Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We took a few days, and we had not been putting out a couple days of classes, so we are happy to be back. I'm Joe K. If we haven't met before, and I'll be guiding you through an urban fit practice today. So thank you for coming to your mat, and I hope everybody's having a nice day today. And we'll get started lying down onto your back, please. Come into Shavasana. And release your legs long, bring your arms down by your sides and with your palms facing up. And if you feel the heels of your feet just on the edges of your mat, and it's a nice way to go, soften the soles of your feet, let your big toes fall out. Feel your body land on your mat. And this afternoon, and you can rock your head out side to side. Relax the muscles in your face and around your neck, into your chest, as you're starting to feel your body in your practice today. And bring your head back to center. Bring a soft seal to your lips and take 3 breath cycles, in through your nose and out through your nose. Release this exhale, all the air out of your body. Take your arms over your head. Keep your legs straight, bring them together to touch. Give yourself a full body stretch. Nice to be here, everyone. Bring your knees into your chest, hands onto your shins. Low back as flat as you squeeze your thighs in towards your trunk. And you feel if there's a lot or a little harbored tension or stress that you're holding on to into your hips. You can feel that in the sensation as you deepen the flexion in your hips and begin to rock a little bit from side to side across your lower back. Please roll onto your right side. Come around, make your way into a tabletop, and set up onto all fours. And hands press into the mat beneath your shoulders, and your knees grounded beneath your hips. Tops of your feet rooted into the ground, into the ankles to the shins. You're working those as flat as you can. And from here, we'll start by dropping the belly out. And turn your chest and chin forward, and then roll your shoulders away from your ears. So we're broadening. And from the base of the neck, top of the shoulder, take an inhale. Exhale, round your spine, pull your belly in and up, and roll your chin into your chest. Inhale to extend, belly out, and chest opens, and gaze forward. Exhale, tuck the chin, round through the spine, pull your belly in. Inhale to extend, one more. Exhale, tuck your rounded spine. Chin to chest, feel the squeeze. Inhale, come into a flat back. Firm your belly, step back into a high plank, tuck your toes. And draw with your legs, press into your palms, lifting up through your armpits. And like your arms and your legs are the prongs on a plug. And you put it into the socket and you start to receive in the energy to the device. One big breath in through your nose. And exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And be honest with what you're feeling in your body today. You can bend your knees, soften your hamstrings a little bit, take the curve out of your low spine. And feel as you ground from the pinky fingers out to your thumbs. And the arms feel like they're getting longer. Create some space in the shoulders and the neck. When the shoulders are back, you should be able to freely turn your chin very gently side to side. As you bring your chin back to center, tailbone up, then work your heels down and feel the stretch in the back of your legs. And keep your lips sealed. Breathe in through your nose. As you exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Forward fold with your feet hip width. Legs can stay straight. It's really tight in your low back. You can bend your knees a little bit. Take your hands on the back of your head. Elbows around your ears. Chin curls back into your chest like that cat pose. And round out the breath. If it's sharp, you feel the jagged edges of your breath. Round out your breath. Smooth. Long inhales, slow and consistent exhales. Let's go ahead and release the hands back down onto the ground. Heel toe your feet together, big toes touch. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen through your torso. And exhale, fold, drop the chest and chin back into the knees. Inhale, rise, stand up, arms over your head. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, draw the torso long. And exhale, belly in, forward fold. Take it up, inhale, rise, reach. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, hover the heart. Exhale, dive, chin and chest to knees. Inhale, rise, one more round, stand up. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Breathe with me, inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, crawl forward, come into a high plank. Feel your low back as you release the forward fold. And keep waking up your legs so your inner thighs draw up, pubic bone to your chin. If I just lift the inner thighs, then my tailbone kicks up high. So if you lift the inner thighs, then pull the pubic bone to your chin. Okay, now you get your tailbone to drop back in. Take an inhale. Exhale, shift forward, bend your arms, lower all the way down onto your belly. Untuck your toes, roll your shoulders, baby cobra, lift your heart up. And exhale, lower your chest down. Do it again. Inhale, baby cobra, heart up. Exhale, lower your chest down. One more. Inhale, baby cobra, heart up. Exhale, lower the chest down. Tuck your toes, kick through your heels, press up, plank pose. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. From your pinkies to your thumbs. Broaden your hand positions. So I know it's easy for those fingers and the tightness in the forearms and to have everything about the hands curling in. We want to spread that out. Okay, wake up the activation in the arms. Ground down through your left foot. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Keep your hips square. You remain in this practice. Honesty, truthfulness, and what you're feeling in your body while connecting to your breath. So maintaining and that balance to your breath. Breathe in. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Use your belly. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, right foot back into a long lunge. Lower your knee down onto the ground. Untuck your toes. Move your hips forward as you slide your heart through. Shoulders away from the ears. And so we're working this completion in the line of the spine, ascending from your tailbone and through the back of your neck. And feel your hips, especially where it gets tight. Into your left hip crease. Breathe in. And exhale, look down. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee. Pivot your back heel flat like a warrior two leg. Bring both hands inside your left foot. And then let's walk it back into a side lunge. And so your left toes can lift. If your right foot can stay flat, keep it flat. And then use the length of your arms and so that you can lift up proud to your chest, carrying less weight into your low back. And feel that draw through your left inner thigh, the stretch, all the way up to your groin. You could get some feeling into your right foot. All good. Waking up the feet, and you're waking up the entire body. And crawl your hands back to the top of your mat. Pivot square, back heel high, step back into a high plank. Feet are now hip width distance apart. And draw the awareness in through your trunk, and through your upper back and your shoulders. Breathe in. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And you notice if your stance has gotten a little wide, you can always adjust, bring the hands back in a little closer. And feel it so there's less grip in the shoulders, more strength in the back. And you can feel the inhale, lift your tailbone high. And the exhale, root your heels down heavy. Right foot stays, inhale, left leg up. And so when the body's not pulling from the tightness and the tension, then you're more inclined to keep your hips square. And you're less inclined to dump the weight into the smaller joints like your shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Take an inhale. Exhale, left knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, left foot back, long lunge, big step. Lower the knee down, untuck the toes. Use the arms as we slide the hips forward. Pull your heart through, shoulders away from your ears. If this is a challenge, and based on deepening the practice of flexion through your right hip, go where you can. You can always put your hands up onto your right thigh. You make sure that you're able to move the breath through the body. You can feel from one point to another point, the breath traveling, lengthening on the inhale, and containing, drawing you into your midline as you exhale. And soften the gaze down to the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift off your back knee. Pivot your left heel down flat, both hands inside. Let's walk it all the way back, side lunge. And your right leg goes straight, toes turn up. And left foot stays as flat as it can. If the heel's got a lift, that's fine. And use the length of your arms and to draw your chest proud. Shoulders away from your ears. Feel the sensation. Breathe into it. Again, feel the connection, the relationship, sole of your left foot into your entire body. Every sensation, connection to your mind. Let's walk it back. Top of the mat. You pivot to square, back heel high, set your hands flat. Step your right foot back. We're in a broad base, feet hip width apart. Hands set, shoulder width. Take an inhale, shift forward. And exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. And set your feet. Feel your palms spread, firmly connect, fingers down into the ground. And that last little turn, twist the elbows in, feel your shoulder blades broaden on your back. Inhale, lift your heels up, bend your knees, exhale, take 2 big steps to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Tailbone down, inhale, arms up, belly in. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back into your high plank and take a flow chaturanga. Inhale, tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips and draw back into your downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. You'll feel your heartbeat. In this flow, this vinyasa experience thus far, and all the while slowing down, or you can say deepening, or you can say lengthening the breath cycle, whichever makes most sense to you. Finish the exhale, look at your hands, step your right foot in between, straighten your front leg, and use your arms. The length of your arms, fingertips on the ground, flatten your back, create space from your chest to your right knee. On your exhale, close that space, absorb that space into your body and bring your forehead to your knee. And feel the upper back, keep the elbows twisting in. And if you can straighten that front leg another inch, go for it. And breathe right into the hamstring. Slide your gaze forward. Bend your front leg, crawl your hands forward. Step your left foot outside your right foot, pinky toes meet. Bow the chin into the chest. Feel the inner thighs meet. Hands behind the head. And ground down as you wrap your elbows around your ears, chin to your chest. And bring your hands back down to the ground. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step your left foot back into a lunge. Left hand down, twist, reach your right arm up. And front leg is bent. And feel your left leg should be straight. From your front left hip into your right armpit, now rotate through your rib cage. Turn your gaze up, breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Gaze and right hand down. Step back into a high plank. And you got it. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Step your right foot onto the mat in front of your left shin. And now walk your left foot down the mat, creating space for your left arm and your left shoulder. Reach your right arm back as you lower your left hip down. And left arm stays straight. And chin close to the chest. And then softly put your outer left hip all the way down onto the mat. As your outer left hip lands, keep the arm straight. And your right arm is outside your thigh, hand onto your shin. And we're still active in through that long leg, left heel. And hopefully you're getting a stretch into your outer hip flexor, into your side body, similar to what you would get in a standing crescent moon pose. Finish your exhale. Bring your gaze and right hand back around to the ground. Use your right foot. Lift your hips. Pivot on your left toes. Step back into a plank pose. And so we squared back into plank, big toes together. Inner thighs squeeze, bend the arms, lower halfway, push back up. You can always use the knees. 2 more, lower halfway, push up. And lower halfway and push up. Press back into your down dog. Full exhale. With your lips sealed. As you can reflect on parts of your body as you continue to deepen the opening and follow through with the sequence. And so if you need to listen to your body, take a little break, that's fine. And then join right back in. You'll be getting all the instruction that you need, and so that you can stay with your breath and connect in your flow. Heels up, look forward, and step your left foot in between your hands. Big step, straighten your front leg. Use your arms, and so that you can take the curve out of your spine. Level your back best you can. And feel that left leg straight as you create space here on the inhale, chest from knee. And then absorb that space as you exhale and take your forehead down towards your knee. And breathe into the hamstring. Keep the belly turned on. And so while you are rounding, right, you're not gripping and adding weight into your low back. Front leg, if you can breathe, exhale, straighten it out. And bend into the leg, look forward, crawl your hands forward, and then right foot steps behind your left, pinky toes meet. And weight into the heels, drop the chin. And feel your legs square it up, and then hands behind your head. Elbows around your ears. If it's tricky on balance, keep your eyes open for sure. It's nice to have our body telling us, and through sensation, that which you can explore inside. It's like the mediation, letting go of the friction, the tension, and then ultimately finding the peace. Bring your hands back to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, and exhale, your right foot steps back into a lunge. Keep that knee lifted, right hand down, left arm up, twist. Should feel it all the way up to the front of your right side hip. And from that right hip to your left armpit, shoulders away from your ears. And feel your rib cage rotate, gaze can lift up for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your gaze and left hand down and step back into a high plank. Bring your big toes together. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Side plank, step your left foot onto the mat. Walk your right foot down. And so we're creating space and for your right shoulder. As you hover your hips to the ground, reach your left arm back. And then slowly let the outer thigh and the outer hip land on the ground. And the left arm comes around the left thigh, hand onto the shin, and you can let your chin rest into your chest. Feeling right side of your rib cage, outer hip flexor, TFL. If it's really tight, you'll feel it in your T-band tissue. Breathe into it. Nice. Gaze and left hand back to the front. Use your left foot to lift your hips and then pivot. Step back into your high plank. Bring your big toes together. Yes, draw, connect to your belly. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. Push back up. Exhale, lower halfway. Push back up. One more, lower halfway. And push up. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. And set your feet, set your hands. Feel all the sensations, especially in that right arm. If we have opened up a channel in your right arm, and let that sensation flow with your breath as you come back into your down dog. And bring your big toes together, lift your heels, and bend your knees. Exhale, 2 big steps to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Okay, nice and long through your hips. Drop down through your tail, feel your feet. And hands to your hips, open your left knee for tree. And bring your foot to your inner right thigh. Palms together in front of your heart center. And take all the weight out of your arms. Take all the weight out of your shoulders. And feel the big muscles of your legs connected to your trunk. And utilize all this space to balance. Turn your left knee forward. Kick your left leg back as you hinge, toppling tree. And heart lifting into your thumbs. And we should have plenty of space in the back of the right leg hamstring. As you keep your hips and pelvis square, you can lift the back leg, but pull your heart forward, shoulders away from your ears. Palms pressed, connected to your belly. Step back 3 to 4 feet, land the heel down, warrior 1. Front leg is bent, reach your arms up. Humble your chin as you bend into your front leg. Okay, now kick through your back heel, bring your gaze forward. And the arms are straight up. A good sign of a strong lower back. And straight arms reaching up. Shoulders down. You can elevate the gaze in warrior 1. Breathe. On your next exhale, swan dive. Bring your gaze and hands to the mat. Back heel lifts. Right leg kicks back. Hover. So your toes are 6 inches off the ground. Curl the right heel in towards your bum. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot, and then step your right foot behind. So my shoulder is way behind my wrist. It's when we get too far over the wrist, that's when we feel all the ill effects of weight into those smaller joints. Now take this breath from the top of your right knee into the top of your ribs. Reach your right arm back and feel the side body open. Little to no weight in your spine. Feel the stretch. So nice. Dip the hips, gaze and right hand down. Notice the shoulders behind the wrist. Not afraid to bend the legs, and then pivot back around. Come into a high plank. High push-up, big toes together. Inhale. Exhale, lower halfway down. Push back up, high plank. And exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. As the body opens, you should notice the ease of deepening the breath. And so it's not forced, and it's actually moving your body. It's giving you a different intuitive interpretation. And like a dance where your breath is filling out the expression of your body. Lift your heels, bend your knees, take 2 big steps to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, circle, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Feels good to stand in these long hips. Hands to your waist, open your right knee, and bring your right foot to your inner left thigh. If you're putting any weight into your knee, take your foot down to your calf. Hands to your heart center. And we keep breaking open. Any more space. And so resolve. When the body can activate in clusters, muscle groups, and it can relieve itself of pain, suffering, and find its intuitive connection, we're just giving it that opportunity. And through the sequence of yoga poses, bring your right knee forward, kick your right leg back, and toppling tree. Heart into your thumbs. And hips square. We should have enough space in the back of the leg, hamstring. And once you start to feel it, steady your gaze on one spot. And keep filling out into all the edges, the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. And step your right foot back 3 to 4 feet, land the heel. Front leg bent, reach your arms up. Keep the chin humble. As you bend into your front leg, ribs in, tailbone down. And there's a slight rotation of the rib cage, and so that we're square because the legs are set asymmetrically. Right leg is straight, front leg is bent. Feel the back heel ground. And shoulders down, lift your chin, take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your gaze and hands to the mat. Pivot your back heel high, kick your left leg back, hover. Toes 6 inches off the ground. Curl the heel into the bum. Outer edge of your right foot, and step your left foot behind. Shoulders behind the wrist. So I can always walk that right foot down and then reach your top arm up and over. And breathe from the top of your left knee to the top of your ribs. And again, look down, not afraid to bend the legs and get low through the hips, and then pivot back around and step into your high plank, high push-up. And so you're removing the rotation from the spine. Feel the long line. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your arms, lower halfway. Push back up, high plank. And exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Feel it right into the middle part of your spine. Flow. But feel it first, decompress the low back. Finish your exhale, bring your big toes together. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, bend the arms, elbows in, strong chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. And should feel more open, and then exhale, and press back to your downward facing dog. And if you feel into your spine, you can acknowledge that middle part, the thoracic spine. You work that out in these twists. Lift your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, take 2 big steps to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, folded chair. Bend your legs, and then reach your arms up. Roll your heart through. Feel your feet weight into your heels, hands to your heart center. On your exhale, right elbow outside your left thigh, look down. And we might get a nice little crack through the middle part of your spine. And drawing your heart up, shoulders down the back. Neck is long, all four sides. Exhale, you might get a little bit deeper in your twist. Come back to center. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up. Ooh, exhale, arms by your sides, hands to your hips. All the weight into your right foot, lift your left knee up in front. Point your left toes down, toe taps. Exhale, lift the knee. Keep the knee going, and then cactus your arms, elbows as high as your shoulders. Keep the knee going. As it lifts, raise the arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, arms up, interlace the fingers. And release the index, plug into the heels, get as tall as you can, and side bend to the right. And hips stay square, tailbone down. No weight in the low back as you squeeze the hands, elbows in. And we're lengthening and drawing that left wrist up and over to the right. And breathe into the psoas. You can lift your chin, elevate your gaze. Inhale, rise slowly, look forward. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center, humble your chin. Ooh, feel that deep breath into your chest. Great space, arms by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. Bend your legs. Exhale, sit back into your chair pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Humble your chin, breath in. Twist, left elbow outside your right thigh. And so not forcing the hands to come in. As the hands start, the shoulders first, the knees square, and then the thumbs draw into the chest. And gaze can rotate from the middle part of your spine. And listen to your breath, nice and calm. The state of the mind is calm the whole time. Centered, inhale, reach your arms up. Yes, exhale, arms by your sides, place them onto your hips. And once your hands are onto your hips, weight into your left foot, lift your right knee in front. Point your toes down, toe tap, exhale, lift the knee. Add the arms, cactus. So this connects the upper back, and the awareness of your inner left thigh and your low belly as you're flexing your psoas muscle. Now add the arms, knee up, arms up. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, arms up, interlace the fingers. Release the index and reach tall. Inhale. Exhale, side bend up and over to the left. And draw with your legs. Inhale, rise to center. Exhale, hands to your heart. Soften your chin. Hey, that's a lot of energy moving through your body. Feel your feet. Let it. And draw you inward. Observe. Arms by your sides. Gaze forward. Inhale, arms up, belly in. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant the hand, step back into your high plank. And connect to your plank strength. In your legs, remember, inner thighs up, tailbone down, pubic bone to your chin. And start to lift your hips back into your down dog and walk your hands back towards your feet. Separate your feet so they're mat width distance apart, so a wide stance. Turn your heels in, big toes out, and take a squat. As you squat, and see where the body goes, use your arms out in front and so that you don't fall back. Let the compression come down as evenly as you possibly can. And clearly the body will want to favor one side versus the other. And once you're comfortable, hands to your heart, elbows to your inner thighs, and shoulders down the back, space and cross the top of your shoulders. Draw your belly in, take your hands back down, and then lift your bum inch by inch. And feel your legs press through your feet, and you're in a forward fold. Excellent. Heel toe your feet together, big toes touch. Hands to your hips. Inhale, lift halfway, pull your heart forward. Press your hips back. Stay for your exhale. Take another inhale. And exhale, slowly rise and come all the way up to stand. And stack the spine. Feel the feet. Inhale, both arms up. Best you can, keep your ribs in rather than pushing your ribs out. Tailbone down, strengthen your legs. Step onto your right foot. Lift your left leg. Warrior 3. Arms out in front. Inhale your left knee through, lift it up in front of you. Bring your hands to your heart, draw that left knee up as high as you can. And draw it up a little bit higher. Press your right heel down a bit deeper. And set your left foot down next to your right foot. And release your arms by your sides. Feel the weight. And come back evenly into both feet. Inhale, arms up, gaze up, reach. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, crawl forward, step back, come into a high plank. Okay, this time, roll to the outer edge of your left foot. And step your right foot in front of your left shin. Slide that left foot down, but keep your bottom hip lifted, and then reach your top arm over your head. Turn your gaze underneath your right bicep. Feel that support from the ground, left hand down. Take your right peace fingers and then hook your right big toe. And draw the foot in. Option to kick the foot up. Any amount. Press through your left hand, kick through your right heel for 3, 2. Slowly bring your right leg back all the way down onto the ground. Plant pivot and step back into your down dog. Lift your hips. Feel your low back stretch, tailbone high. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. And right knee to your left elbow, kick out onto your floor. Pivot your back heel down, fall in triangle. Feel your left foot anchor into the ground. As you connect, right thigh is strong. Keep your right leg where it is. Bring your left hand down. Pivot your back heel high and draw your heart forward. Shoulders away from your ears. Back heel turning up. Inner thighs feel the scissor. We've done this. Breathe for 3, 2, Right knee to chest, step back into your high plank and lift your hips into your downward facing dog. Get that tailbone up. Draw with your belly, support with your back. Walk your hands back to your feet. Big toes together, hands to your hips. Inhale, lift halfway. Chest forward, hips back. Stay for your exhale. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, rise. Come all the way up to stand. Tailbone down, head above your heart. Reach your arms over your head to extend, palms face. And step forward onto your left foot. Right heel lifts. And let's go, warrior 3. And bring your right knee through. And draw it up high. Lift it even higher. Press down through your left heel. Lift the right knee up. And softly bring your right foot down, hands to your heart center. And feel the weight even out through your feet, arms by your sides. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. And crawl it out into your high plank, high push-up. Excellent. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot and step your left foot onto the mat in front. Hips stay lifted. Reach your left arm up and over. And keep your bottom hip lifted. Turn your gaze up underneath your bicep. Stay with your left foot. Pivot. Bring your left hand down. And square. Step back into your downward facing dog. And get the tailbone to lift. And feel the ascending line. From your heart center sternum all the way up to your tailbone. Right foot stays. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Kick out onto your floor. Pivot your back heel down. Use that right leg strong. Thighs. And take your right arm up. Fallen triangle. You should feel your belly and obliques. Bring your right hand down, left leg stays, and pivot your back heel up. Pull your heart through. Yes, shoulders away from your ears. The iterations of sensations you feel and the evolution of spaciousness in your body. And then you can soak that up with your breath and give it all to your mind, nice and calm. Slide your left foot back. And step back into your high plank. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And come down onto your knees, tabletop, all fours. And keep your hips where they are. Come down onto your forearms. And let your tailbone lift. Give your low back a break. Let your head drop. And then bring your chest forward in between your arms. Slide your legs back. Let your hips come down. And belly to mat. And then chest and chin over your knuckles. And you feel how there's a nice little nook for your chest and for your chin to rest here. You might feel really good on your low back. As you hover your head, take your left arm out into a T and take your right hand beside your chest. Use your right hand, roll onto your left hip, step your right foot behind your left leg. Okay, so notice the head, okay, is hovering. You have the option and to let the head come down slowly. If that's too much and you have a block or something to put under your head like a pillow, then you could always use that here as well. And once you get into the shape, feel the outer left leg heavy. You balance your breath. You breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your nose. And take 3 more breaths on this side. And start to bring your hips back around. And as you come all the way back onto your belly, take it slow. And feel your body release from the twist. And let's bring the forearms back in around the chest. And chin over your knuckles. And a nice little nook in for you to release in your hips and feel that space in your low back. Nice. Take your right arm out into a T. Use your left hand beside your chest. And then we're going to roll on to the outer right hip. Step your left foot behind. You can always have something underneath the head to support. And you're also more than welcome to let your head rest. Use your left hand and to draw you up into the twist, but then release the clench so you're not forcing it. And let's bring it back nice and slow onto your belly. And feel all that in your hips and your back and your shoulders. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And draw your belly in to press back into a child's pose. And bum to your heels, forehead down onto the mat, and feel your arms straight out in front of you. It may feel this space that we've created through your back, and like your arms are a foot longer. Three breaths here. On your inhale, rise up to all fours. And crawl your knees forward to the top of your mat. And separate your knees so that they're mat width distance apart. And sit down in between your heels. And you're flat through your shins, tops of your feet anchored down. You take your fingers underneath your ankles. And shoulders down, draw your heart up. And setting the length out of your low spine for reclining hero. And then belly in, start to walk your hands behind. And shins ground, tailbone forward. And feel your bum sliding through your heels. And from your hands, as you work it out of your thighs, and come down onto your elbows. And from your forearms, you can take the head and lift the gaze up. Little to no weight in your low back. And you're welcome to come down onto your shoulders and the back of the head. It's a good one. Feel any tightness and stored energy that you're holding on to in your sacrum and triangular bone at the base of your spine. And from your shoulders, come back to your elbows and lift your heart and draw your belly and come back up onto your hands. Bring your knees together. And feel what we feel as you sit up onto your shins, hands in your lap, palms face up. I hope you can feel a light line into your spine as you come out of the aches. And perhaps what you were feeling in your feet, in your knees, in your hips, or in your low back. And feel how it all drops back into you. Everything you've been putting out. All the ways in that the energy can spiral. And feel it all come back to you in a clear, conscious, and calm way. As you open your eyes, rock off to your left hip and swing your legs around in front of you. And feel that release for your feet. And your ankles into your knees. Come down, lie onto your back with your legs bent, feet flat, and cactus your arms, elbows as high as your shoulders, and forearms parallel to each other. And press into your feet, reset your hips, lift your tailbone up, and then low back flat first, and set your tailbone back down. And now you'll feel your sacrum. Go ahead and windshield wiper your knees side to side. And rocking across your sacrum. knees back to center. Pause. Take a big belly breath in. And full exhale, release all the air out. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall apart. You've done quite the treatment into the low back today. So take the hands, heels of the hands on the upper thighs. You gently press the heels of the hands into the thighs. And let your belly lift. And you should feel that traction for your low back. Soften the pressure of the hands on the thighs. And then let's go ahead and release your legs straight out onto your mat. Big toes fall out. Arms by your sides and your palms facing up. Make any adjustments into your shoulders and your arms and your head, your neck. Get comfortable. And take a breath to release the breath. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. You feel your body in this state of practice. Observe your mind in this state of calm, which can come as a byproduct, a ripple effect of your physical practice. Check in here. And be honest, feel what you're feeling. And observe whatever it may be that you're thinking. But enjoy this space that you've created with your practice today. And it's a true honor and to be able to share the breath with each of you. And share this practice in this way. It has been an incredible gift. And please take your time in Shavasana. When you think you're ready to go, stay for another minute. Enjoy the rest of the day, everyone. And we'll see you tomorrow at noon. Namaste.
Thank you all. Be well. Be kind. Mm, be calm. Have a beautiful rest of the day.